In the heart of the Arabian desert, long before the rise of empires and global religions, there was a man whose life would forever alter the course of history, a man whose name would be remembered with reverence, fear, and admiration. His name was Umar ibn Al-Khattab. Born in the year 584 AD in the city of Mecca, Umar came from the powerful tribe of Quraysh, specifically the Adi clan. His father, Al-Khattab ibn Nufail, was a harsh man known for his strength and strictness. His mother, Hantama bint Hisham, was of noble lineage and carried pride in her blood. From a young age, Umar stood out among his people. He was tall, broad-shouldered, and powerfully built. His presence was commanding, and his mind was sharp. Unlike most of his peers, Umar was literate. He could read and write, and he immersed himself in poetry, history, and the laws of the Arabs. He became known for his eloquence, his fiery temper, and his unwavering commitment to tribal traditions. He trained as a warrior, skilled with the sword and feared on the battlefield. When Muhammad ibn Abdullah declared that he was a messenger of God and began preaching the message of Islam, Umar was among his strongest opponents. He saw Islam as a threat to the Quraysh's dominance, to their idols, and to the ancient traditions he held dear. He supported the persecution of Muslims and even tortured slaves who had embraced the new faith. His hatred burned so fiercely that one day he decided to put an end to it all by killing the Prophet Muhammad himself. Sword in hand, he marched through the streets of Mecca toward the Prophet's house. But along the way, someone stopped him. They said, "Before you go after Muhammad, maybe you should deal with your own sister. She has accepted Islam." Furious, Umar turned and went to his sister Fatima's house. There he found her reciting verses of the Quran with her husband. Enraged, he struck them. Blood was spilled. But then something happened. As his anger faded, his eyes fell upon the parchment she had been reading. Curious, he picked it up and read. The words touched his heart in a way nothing ever had. For the first time, the fierce warrior felt tears rise to his eyes. His hands trembled. His world shifted. He asked her, "Take me to Muhammad." Later that day, he entered the house where the Prophet was staying. The companions were terrified. Here was Umar, the same man who had sworn to kill their leader. But when the door opened, Umar entered and said, "I testify that there is no God but Allah, and that Muhammad is his messenger." That day, everything changed. Umar's conversion was a turning point in the history of Islam. Until then, Muslims had prayed in secret, hiding from the Quraysh. But now, with Umar on their side, they walked to the Kaaba in broad daylight. No one dared to stop them. The strength of Umar became the strength of Islam. As persecution intensified, the Muslims were ordered to migrate to the city of Yathrib, later known as Medina. Most left quietly, under the cover of night. But not Umar. He strapped on his sword, slung his bow across his shoulder, and stood in front of the Kaaba. He shouted, "Whoever wants to make his wife a widow, his children orphans, and his mother weep, let him try to stop me." Not a soul followed him. In Medina, Umar became a pillar of the Muslim community. He fought bravely in every battle, Badr, Uhud, Khandaq. He stood beside the Prophet in peace and in war. He offered his advice, his strength, and his unwavering loyalty. When the Prophet passed away in 632 AD, Umar could not believe it. He stood in the mosque, sword drawn, declaring, "Muhammad has not died. He has gone to speak to his Lord, like Moses did. He will return." But then Abu Bakr, the Prophet's closest friend, calmed the people. He recited the verse, "Muhammad is but a messenger. Messengers have passed before him. If he dies or is killed, will you turn back on your heels?" The words hit Umar like lightning. His sword dropped. His knees gave way. He fell to the ground, weeping. When Abu Bakr became the first caliph, Umar stood by his side. As his advisor and protector, Umar helped unify the Muslim Ummah and fight the wars of apostasy. His wisdom and power were unmatched, and when Abu Bakr fell ill, he named Umar as his successor. In 634 AD, Umar ibn Al-Khattab became the second caliph of Islam. Under his leadership, the Muslim world would never be the same. He led with justice, vision, and incredible strength. He opened the doors to Persia, to Syria, to Egypt. He defeated two great empires, the Byzantine and the Sassanid. He built the foundations of governance, law, and social welfare. He created the Islamic calendar. He established courts, welfare programs, and public institutions. He patrolled the streets at night in disguise to ensure no one went to bed hungry. He ruled not like a king, but like a servant of the people. Yet despite his achievements, Umar remained humble. He wore patched clothes. He ate simple food. He feared Allah more than anything else in the world. In the year 644 AD, Umar was leading the Fajr prayer in Medina when a Persian slave named Abu Lu'lu'a hid a dagger soaked in poison and stabbed him multiple times. The mosque fell into chaos. The man who had once struck fear into the hearts of empires now lay bleeding on the floor. Umar was carried to his home. As his life faded, he asked one final request: to be buried beside the Prophet Muhammad and Abu Bakr. The people wept. The world wept. A light had gone out. Umar ibn Al-Khattab, the warrior, the convert, the Caliph, and the just, was gone, but his legacy remained. He left behind a world transformed, a faith protected, and a name that would forever symbolize strength, justice, and devotion to the truth. This was the life of Umar ibn Al-Khattab, a man of iron and a heart of gold.